On this episode of Bryno's World, I make burnt ends out of chicken. But wait a minute, aren't you supposed to make burnt ends out of brisket? Or even poor man's burnt ends out of, well, a chuck roast? Yeah, you're supposed to. But that's never stopped me from trying anything stupid before. So I'm going to be making burnt ends with chicken, specifically chicken thighs, because I believe that chicken thighs have the appropriate amount of moisture and fat within them. Maybe not fat, but just more moisture inside them that would best resemble beef and brisket and such, as close as possible with chicken. So that's why I'm going with the thighs. Other than that, it's pretty much going to be just like normal burnt ends. Just put a rub in it, smoke it, douse it in barbecue sauce, and then grill it to perfection. So let's get started. Okay, so I have everything I need here for phase one. I've got my rub ingredients and I got my chicken. So first things first, let's prepare the dry rub I'm using. And if you've seen any of my old episodes, this should be very, very familiar, but just upping up the brown sugar content significantly. So let me show you what goes in it. First of all, 1/3 of a cup of this here brown sugar. And now, provided I don't run out of any of the ingredients here, I will put in 1 teaspoon each of salt, black pepper, onion powder, red pepper flakes. That dripping you might hear in the background is that it's raining outside, and for some reason it just hits here when it's raining. Cayenne pepper powder and mustard powder. And to this I will add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin to give it some punch. So now let's get these chicken thighs here dirty with this rub. Since I don't seem to have enough rub for these last 2 thighs, I'm just going to leave these and save these for something else. But for now, these thighs are all rubbed. Now let's smoke them. And because it's raining outside, I don't feel like taking my smoker out, so I'll smoke it in the garage. So let's smoke us some chicken thighs. Oh wow. Yay. Let's skewer one of them. That should work. Okay, now to cook the thighs to an internal temperature of 165 Fahrenheit. Okay, these here chicken thighs have been smoking for a little over an hour, and while it's a couple degrees under 165, I'm making an executive decision and calling them done because there's more cooking to do with these things here. Before we do that though, we gotta cut these into bite-sized, burnt end sized. That made no sense, did it? But cut them into bite-sized pieces. Let's just do it. And so, these are my chicken thigh burnt ends in potentia. Now, normally, at this point with burnt ends, you would douse these in barbecue sauce and then throw them on the grill for a period of time. Well, as I'm filming this, it's almost 10 in the evening. And because I ain't got time for that, I'm going to take a bit of a shortcut and finish them off somewhere else. Where? Why, right here, in my air fryer. Now, how the crap am I going to do that? Because with doused in barbecue sauce, it's going to fall through the basket and we'll lose the barbecue flavor. Not so, because I'm going to cook them in this. This is a cake pan accessory that I bought for this air fryer several months back. I've never actually used it, but I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to use it. As you can see, I've lined it with some aluminum foil to resemble the aluminum pan that you cook burnt ends in on the grill, and so I don't have to clean the crap out of this afterwards. So let's load it up. Now, regarding the barbecue sauce that will go on this, I'm using this stuff, Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce. It's based just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, I think in, as the label says, Montgomery, Ohio. I've had it on a lot of barbecue stuff that I've done and my dad's done for a long time, and well, this stuff has never done me wrong. So I don't think it'll do me wrong here. I think I chose a too small bowl for this, but I really do not care right now. It's late at night, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna make do with what I got here. The sauce is smelling good though. Now to load this into the pan. So, let's fry this. Fits just nicely. Start with 20 minutes and at maximum temperature. Usually when you cook burnt ends on the grill, it's about 20-30 minutes. I'm going to start with 20 minutes at 400 and then see what happens. Now we wait. So it's a little over 20 minutes off camera. So let's see how these chicken burnt ends turned out. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. Looks good. Looks like burnt ends. Smells pretty good too. Ah, crap, 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 crap. Ow. And well, scraped some of the bottom here trying to stir it around. But you know what? I think I'll be fine. Now because these things look super scalding, let's let them cool for a bit before we munch on them. Well, the burnt ends have cooled down a little bit, and I would say they look pretty nice to me. Let's pull them up here. The plate doesn't feel too hot, and whoop. They got the sauce crusted on them, and they smell pretty good. Now, I will confess, I will concede, I have never actually had real burnt ends ever. Not from brisket, not from beef, not from pork, not from nothing. So this is sort of my virgin experience as far as burnt ends of any kind go. I just thought chicken would be the best for whatever crazy reason. But anyway, food is food, so here we go. Chicken thigh burnt ends. Cheers. Mm. 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 Tastes fantastic. Only thing I might gripe about is the normal, if I understand, burnt ends are supposed to fall apart in your mouth. These haven't gotten to that high of a temperature yet. But honestly, who cares? They taste good. Mm. That one fell apart a little bit better. Let's try this one. Mm. Mm. I'm thinking about doing a winner with this stuff. It takes a long, long time to prepare, but the wait and the perseverance and the work is definitely worth it. Literally, finger looking good. The only other thing I want to note about this, I think I maybe put, these are on the spicy side, so maybe I put a little bit too much cayenne in the rub. Then again, I love spicy stuff, so. And the flavor of the Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce comes through right through at the beginning, so I think it's as good as, I think it's good too. This is a tiny little tweak, maybe a little less cayenne, maybe no flakes, just straight up cayenne, and maybe like half a teaspoon in the rub next time, or maybe even less. But still, you can't go wrong with this. Well, that'll do it for another episode here of Bryno's World. Thank you all very much for watching. If you got ideas for things I can cook on this show, please leave a comment down below. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Once again, thanks for watching, and have yourself a good one. Burnt ends. Mm. 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 Mm.